Once again, this is your brother and friend, Brother Ben, and I want to thank you if you watched the previous video and now you're coming here for part two of the basis for a holistic lifestyle. In the previous video, if you were able to watch that, I gave six what I feel to be profound points that help to draw us to a very important conclusion and a very important insight into why someone would be well served to pursue information and ultimately pursue action toward a holistic lifestyle, including vegetarian, vegan diet, and exercise regimen, so on and so forth. So those 6 points, just to recap. Number one, that in each and every cell of your body, every second, there are over 6 trillion reactions taking place. Number two, that every month, the skin, which is the largest organ on the body, in the body, on the body, let's say on the body, replaces itself every month. Every 5 days, you get a new stomach lining, okay? Every 6 weeks, a new liver, okay? Every 3 months, an entirely new skeletal system. An entirely new skeleton will probably be more correct, more accurate. And every year, within that year's time, your body will have replaced 98% of all of the atoms that are in your body. What am I saying here? The body is, by its original created intent, a perfect healing machine. And it's the most perfect system that we will ever come in contact with. And so, in that respect, when you consider those 6 points that I've just given you, and you think about that, what the only way that those things can happen is if, number one, you give the body the proper nutrient content that it needs to carry out all of that work, that it needs to conduct all of the bioelectrical exchanges that's taking place in each of the cells in your body every second, or to replace the stomach lining, or to replace the liver, or to, the body needs the proper nutrients in order to do those things, or it will go into crisis management. That means that some system of the body will not be getting the proper attention and fuel that it needs from which to fire. So therefore, its output will be hampered and hindered, I think would be a good way to describe that. So it's very important to attain what is called homeostasis. Homeostasis is to balance the body system. And particularly with this COVID-19 issue, it's very important to be receiving the proper nutrient content. And number two, it's very important to be boosting and strengthening by any means necessary the immune system. So I'm just going to plug that we do have the products that will help you to do that in a very powerful fashion. Ultimately, the medicines that we would buy over the counter are produced as a result of a synthetic process to imitate or mimic something that occurs naturally within the creation already. So it's imperfect, and ultimately not as potent, not as powerful as those remedies that come from a plant-based source, we'll say. So the point that I'm making is this: particularly if you happen to be dealing with any type of ailment, or you know someone who might be, there's a saying, comes from scripture. I think it was in the book of Solomon, that with great knowledge comes great sorrow. And as a result of the things that I've been taught and the information that I have assimilated over time, it's very painful to sit and watch people that I love, like, or just watch people uh, slowly and gradually uh, lose their vital energy and ultimately transition out of here. So that makes me just think of the song. I mean, the Western medical establishment, in concert with the Food and Drug Administration, so forth, they're killing you softly. And because it's a gradual process, most people don't put it together, and they think that the recommendations and the things that they're putting forth are okay. What's happening is, as I'm saying again, and I apologize if I'm rambling a little bit off subject, but the point is this: the body is the only perfect healing mechanism that we've come in contact with. Okay? Now, get this. How can I make such a statement? Say, for example, you break your arm. What do? You go to the doctor, and the doctor takes an x-ray. The doctor may even set the bone. The doctor may even put a cast on it. And then you know what the doctor's going to do? He's going to tell you to come back in about 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 weeks, or however long it takes for, wait for it, the body to heal itself. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that if I break my arm, my body has the capacity to give me a new arm? Absolutely. It's elementary, my dear Watson. That's what the body does. So what I'm saying to you is that if we're able to give the body the proper nutrient content and place it within this state of homeostasis, put it within the proper water, the proper amount of water, and the proper type of water. I'll give you more information about that later. And I'm going to give you everything that you need to help you to live better, stronger, longer. So if you may be concerned because you have a health condition, if you may be sad, if you may be down, if you may be depressed, what I'm here to tell you is that the doctor is not he's not your friend. He's not there. He has no capacity whatsoever to heal you. You have to heal yourself. And what I'm saying is this: to quote Ben Franklin, he said that God heals the body, and the doctor collects the check. And that's the exact situation that we're dealing with here. So I'm just sharing this information with you because I think that many people feel like it's just a great idea, something to do, to be vegan or the holistic lifestyle. So in closing, I want to say this. If you'd like more information, please inbox me. Please get in contact with me. Send me a letter in a bottle, Pony Express, whatever it is. So in closing, we the willing, led by the unknowing, have been doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little that we're now qualified to do anything with nothing. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Ben, signing off till I see you again.